The date, December 10th, 2016. Fantasy football leagues around the world heading into the playoffs. We have two teams in particular this week. Hoping Santa comes a bit early. We're joined by one of them here, wearing the finest silk in his left lapel pocket. Red Wells. Red, back by popular demand. I've said it before, but it seems like we get the most burn, the most feedback when you join us here on the program.
Well, it's a great honor to be here and listening to music like that. It's got to get everybody in the mood for football and for Christmas and just to have a great time. You look great as well. So
thank you very much.
I didn't get the memo for the dress code, but you're looking excellent.
Yeah, well, that was some of the main feedback we got. They said if you're going to have Red on as a guest, you got to really dress up as best you can so that the screen doesn't look off kilter. So I had to go above and beyond this week. And again, you are the topic of conversations. My condolences last week. I jinxed you. I told you that you were in the driver's seat in our matchup, that you would likely win that matchup, and I got very lucky again. I don't know if this can continue much longer, but once again, I eke out a victory by a few points. Your thoughts on quickly on our matchup from last week?
Well, last week it all came down to Monday night, and if anybody stayed with it who wasn't a Jets fan or a Colts fan, I'd be very surprised. But Brandon Marshall's underperformed, and switching quarterbacks at halftime with the Jets. I don't know if Marshall had more than one catch, if he had one catch in the second half, but that was really what it came down to. Of course, we spoke about Jason Witten getting a 0, but that's that I think was the biggest key to my loss last week.
Was that last week Jason Witten got the 0 in our matchup? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. From Thanksgiving. I apologize. This week, as we talked about, you're playing the hottest team in the league. Once again, the league's highest scoring team last week in the Wilton Bluffers. That's now, his 7th? 6th or 7th victory?
I think that's his 7th weekly victory.
So 7 out of 13 times D has been the league's leading point getter. This week, he's projected for 193 points. However, as we've talked about as we were preparing to do this preview, you really are not playing him this week. You are playing with the one and only Lukey Jr., Bucks County Brewmasters. Basically, Lukey needs to win. You can lose. And you both are projected for exactly 147 points. You can't write this stuff, folks.
That's right. And he's got me by about 13 points overall in the season right now. So he needs to win, and I need to lose. But if I just outscore him, it's game over. You're right. Effectively, I'm playing against Lukey for
by 15, right? You have to actually outscore. If you lose and he wins, you have to outscore him by 15. And actually, both of you, projection-wise, are projected to lose this week, so that could be a good thing for you, regardless. But a win for you, or a loss for you, and a win for him means outscoring him by 15. Take me inside your thought process, because you're in a situation where Darren's a 40-point favorite, but you really don't care about that. Are you going for what you think is the most conservative play? Who's guaranteed to give you some points? Or are you throwing a few Hail Marys in there to try to have a big point return from someone maybe you typically wouldn't play?
No, I did go conservative this week. I sat, which ended up being the right choice. I sat David Carr on Thursday night, who netted 5.3 points. It backfired. I also sat the Chiefs defense, who would have got me 29.9. But I picked up Andy Dalton off the waiver wire, playing the worst defense in the league, the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. Dalton without A.J. Green isn't going to be Dalton with A.J. Green. But the conservative play, I do have two players that are questionable, Julio Jones and Mark Ingram. I have their replacements on their same team. I have Tim Hightower to replace Ingram. These are 4 o'clock starts, so it's important that if you're going to sub somebody in, to have somebody in the same game. But I did go the conservative route because it's not about pulling a rabbit out of my hat trying to beat D. It's about trying to outscore Bucks County.
Any thought, and I imagine, so Mariota, how many times has he played for you this year? Has he played at all? Or?
Oh, he's been excellent. Yeah, he was my starter up until, and I could still throw him in there, but against Denver, quarterbacks this season have a terrible record against the Denver defense. But I think, I don't have it right in front of me, I think he was top 5, top 4 quarterback overall in our scoring format.
Yep.
So he's started most of my games, I'd say, since week 4 on until he had his bye week.
Now, have you talked to Bucks County? Obviously he knows what's going on. he's reading the reports, the injury reports, and so on. Have you talked to him about his game plan, or is you guys kind of went to your separate quarters and we'll kind of talk come Monday night or Tuesday morning?
I spoke to Cool Hand, Luke Sr. this morning. Bucks County is working hard, but Luke Sr. assured me that Luke Jr. is on top of it. I was spewing off the stats about the points and outscoring him, and Sr. assured me that Lukey Jr. had already informed him of all this, and he was on top of it. So he's going to come with his best effort and come. I don't think we have anybody on Monday, so I think Sunday night we'll know the 4 teams.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm sorry. No, he does. Monday night, Justin Tucker. Could be for all the
marbles. He had I think 3 50-plus yard field goals a couple weeks ago, so that was 19 points overall. That could definitely be a game changer.
Yeah, so with him, I mean, he's going Matt Ryan against the Rams. Can't argue that. Eli and the Giant offense has not looked great of late, unfortunately, which blows my mind with the talent on the team. Other than that, I'm just trying to see if there's anything of surprise. T.Y. obviously, he gets Doug Martin back. I think he's been back. Was last week his first week back into action for the Bucks County Brewmasters?
I don't know if it was his first week back, but he had a
I'm sorry. No, he's been back 4 weeks, and he's been pretty consistent. Yep. 14, 18, 13, and 17. So looking at that, again, he needs to beat Team of Relevance, who's favored, and because that's really the most important thing, unless, of course, you beat Darren. Let's take a quick look at Team of Relevance and see what he's got going here.
Bortles versus Minnesota I don't like. I'm playing the Minnesota defense, so that's really gonna. I'm kind of torn there because I want Bortles to do well to beat Bucks County, but I need Minnesota to put some points up. Gordon has been a surprise this year. One of my disappointments from last year. Hopkins has underperformed. Inman's been pretty good. Inman's when what's his name went down in San Diego. Help me out, receiver in San Diego that tore his ACL.
Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Inman's been strong, and I see this as really a toss-up. I know Relevance is favored by 10.9 points according to my screen here, but I wouldn't. I almost kind of maybe I'm hedging my bets. I don't want to jinx myself like you jinxed me last week, but I think Bucks County has a pretty good shot to win this game.
Okay, and I think for those looking on, which are the other 6 teams in the league, that's probably what they would like to see. You guys kind of really have to battle it out here in the final week of the regular season. We talked briefly. For the most part, everything's locked up. Whoever wins between you and Lukey for that 4th spot will end up playing me in week 1. Big Blue has punched their ticket to Wilton. They're going to play the Bluffers in week 1 of the playoffs. So Mark Flackwells will get his wish and get Darren right off the bat. And then we'll just see how things unfold. But I wasn't going to go there being the holidays and trying to spread holiday cheer. But there was a text message going around in the league in which Eric Gruner had some things to say about your team and the history of the league. And I wanted to just give you an opportunity to respond here publicly, if you would.
Well, like you said, it's the holiday season, and I got a chance to spend some time with him on the golf course and over Thanksgiving and over a great meal. And he's welcome to his own opinion, and that's something that he's a great human being with an immense amount of character, and so I don't plan on taking any sort of reactionary retort to his comments.
Right.
God bless Team Relevance, as irrelevant as you may be.
Okay. Well, good. Well, I think that says it all. We appreciate you coming on the show one more time, and best of luck to you this weekend and your endeavor to make the playoffs here as the 4th team in the playoffs.
Thank you, and enjoy your evening tonight.
You too. Shake 'em hard, and I do have one. Well, I had a new tequila, but I'll talk to you about that off air. A new tequila I found that I think you might want to present there at the bar in Tucson.
I look forward to it.
So from all of us here, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hit it, boys.